Hello everyone, I'm Debbie from Australia and I'm here today with my January 2025 cross stitch update. I do hope this video finds you well. Those that regularly tune in, welcome. I hope you had a great January. Anyone new, I hope you find a project that you're interested in following along with me. January, I had 2 starts, 1 finish, and I worked on a total of 8 projects. We'll get into the stats at the end, because I came across on Etsy a marvellous spreadsheet to track the stitching, and I really like it, and I got approval to upload some shots on it, and I'll be using them monthly. We'll get on to my finish for the month, which was, get myself ready, I finished Monkswood from Nora Corbett. I only had the beading to go on her. Again, the fabric will show up nicely in the finished picture on this time, because I did get the light box out. She's lovely. I started her on the 19th of September 2024 and finished her on the 22nd of January 2025. She, like the other little ones, will be all little Noras. They're a lot littler than the Mirabilias. Will be hung together on a wall somewhere when I get myself organised. I can see my children smiling or laughing now. Before and after doesn't look much difference. The only thing that was actually missing was beading. But you can see the fabric with the pinks and the purples and the greys. It's really beautiful fabric gifted to me from a lovely stitchy friend. It is called Fairy's Cloud from Under the Hedgerow Fabrics, I believe, in England. And mine against the original. These appears more blue, but I used the call for colours. I think it's just the way it's photographed, or maybe the stitcher decided to use the blue and they used the photo. Starts. We always have, most of us have a new year, new start, which for me is a big one. I know I have done over 7,000 stitches on this one already. This is the Fisher King by Long Dog Samplers. I absolutely loved it the minute I saw it and decided, yep, that will be my new year, new start. I believed I had 32 count fat half. It's a big one. But it turns out, through no one's fault but my own, when I labelled it, it is definitely 28 count, not 32 count. So I've got like an inch margin either side. It is a big one, and I'm not, to tell the truth, it's not going to hang because I couldn't get my board big enough. I have to get another board to actually, and the fabric's not coming out at all. I know it's showing purple, but the picture should show you. You can see a little bit here, well, on my screen. It's a real pinky crimson. It's called Raspberry Beret from Colour Cascades in Australia. I have done all that this month, but to tell the truth, I'm really quite concerned, especially when you get into the finer details. I'm a bit concerned that they may not show up. They show up to me. I've already bought the fabric for the backing fabric to make it a hanging, because it's going to be humongous. Like, you know, it's going to be huge. I started it on the 1st of January. Raspberry Beret, like I said, it is not showing up anything like it should. The photo I'm going to show you now against the finished project, that is the colour of the fabric. It's really nice. The camera has made it very dark in that corner, but that's not what it's like in real life, but I couldn't get it any different, and it won't fit in the light box I've got because it's too It's too enormous. I'm probably just going to soldier on, but it will be a wall hanging. There's no way I'll frame this one, but I do love it, and we'll just have to take it from there. I had another little start in January, and excuse the crinkle as I did not get it out, and it is called More Chocolate Bunnies from Hands On Design. I have had this for a long time, a very long time. I have cut it off. Oh, I didn't cut it off. I'm going to have to cut it off because I've done a whole heap more this month. So let's take it back to, I'll put it like that. This is what I got done in January, which was 2,465 stitches. Whoop. Yeah. Oh, I'm so crooked on this. It is on 32 count fairy floss from Whoopsie Daisy Designs, from Daisy Chain Stitchery. I absolutely love it. They've got little white buttons to go on those bunny tails. I decided to get in early and try and get it finished for Easter for my mum. Those that are regulars know my mum decorates for everything, and she's already decorated ready for Valentine's tomorrow, which is also my our 38th wedding anniversary. And this one I thought I'd get ready for Easter, but I thought it'd look nice on the pink. So really it's only the carrots to go and the little white buttons to go on. I have enjoyed this little project. It's quite easy to do. And where'd I put it? Oh, here they are. I've had it for so long it's not funny, but I actually bought with it the Sulky threads, SULKY threads, and they were for this actual project. That is, look at this stitch. Bling. I'm not doing it justice. Not doing it justice at all. It might be a little bit too shiny. That is from number 12 Stitch Co. It is a Cacna top hat, but it's a little bit too shiny to show you. But that was a cute little pack. All the colours you needed. I have got another few sulkies, so I might even keep my sulkies in this because I don't have a lot of them, but I tell you, they're very, very nice to stitch with. Very nice to stitch with. So they were my two starts and my finish, and like I said, Fisher King, it had 7,370 stitches done on it. I have gone back to Down Under Divas for monthly only challenges, which works out, I think, to be 11,000 stitches on Pacific projects that you link the challenges to, and the rest of them is what I feel like. We're back again. Everyone's probably sick of this. This is supersized stitch in time, max colours, artwork by Aimee Stewart. I really, really love this, and I am going to try and soldier on and do about 6,000 a month. This month, or January, only got to 5,843. I tell you, it's green, 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 green. Now, I was told by another stitcher of this, yes, she was in green hell, and I thought, oh, no, yep, green hell. What I am trying to do, so I don't get a whole heap of confetti at the end, come on, sit still, is, you know, the top most left stitch colour, and then do a couple of threads. And when it comes to the green, I'll do as many threads until I get sick of that colour, and then I'll go and get another one. So it's not too bad. I only managed 5,843. I did not hit the 6,000, but maybe next month. And it was nice to actually take it. I never mentioned in the December video that I went and stitched with some friends in Mittagong, and I took that with me, and it was really nice to, you know, other stitches, to see it and actually appreciate the work involved. Next whip, and like I said, there's only 7 to go, only 5 to go. So I did 8 projects. This is from Mojo Stitches in the library. I'm sort of doing this as a stitch along with Lady Marmalade Stitches, Sabrina. She brought hers out and I thought, you know, I've had it there, it's kitted. I will be changing the colour of the cat. I'm doing mine on 40 count Blundstone from number 12 Stitch Co in Australia. I mean, I just love the border. Come on, there we go. And I have done the Tiffany lampshade. I've got a little bit more of, I think they're little moss in the middle of the vines. I've still got to do the other 3, but I had the colours from the border in the Tiffany lamp, and I decided to finish that off. This one only got 960 stitches for the month, but it will be stitched on again this month. I started it on the 29th of October 2024 with cottage garden threads as cord threads. Oh, I'm so I always forget my photos. Hold 5. I don't think I showed you. Yes, I did. Stitching time before and after. So end of December, and then what I got done in January. That's against the section I'm working on, or covering most of that section. And that's before and after on in the library. Again, it was filling in the border and finishing off, well, number 1 the shelf and the Tiffany lamp. And now one would hope I'm back on track. Oh yes, here we go. This is where I'm up to against the finished project. I had a friend say that she's always interested in this, and I tell you, it does make it interesting, but it is showing me I've still got a fair bit to do on the centre of that, of the framework. But I will finish the frame first, those 3 moths first, and get that done, and then I'll work on the frames. Okay, next. This is one I intend to have finished by the end of the year. Again, it's been hanging around too long. It's Little Sheep Virtues from Little House Needleworks. I absolutely loved it. Anne, who is Hooks, HOOKES on Instagram, she did hers. It looked absolutely lovely. And I had to go and get it started. So I am hoping for a minimum of 1 a month, and that will get it finished by the end of the year. So I finished Kindness this month, which was 1,388 stitches. It'll get stitches again, I believe, this month because of challenges. But again, if I can get what, you know, I would have worked on this monthly anyway. So if I can add it to a challenge, it's always a good thing. So the before and afters aren't going to be too interesting because it's just going to be, okay, I went from 3 to 4 completed. And though they're not in the same order, I've tried to make sure I'm not going to have identical borders as I go along. I think I've worked it out. But I have set the order I'm working on, and I'll just take it from there. And I told you absolutely nothing about it. It is being done on 32 count. No, yes, 32 count vintage country Mocha. And I'll put all the specialty buttons and embellishments on when I'm completed. And I started this on the 29th of November 2023, and it's just sat there, so it'll be finished this year. Next is, I'm only in one cell as I speak. And this is the style I started in December. It is Put a Bird on It by Modern Folk Embroidery. The sow is with sunshine stitches. It's a lovely pattern, and I'm going very different. Very different. I am using PR 186, which is an amazing thread from Silks of You. It goes from black to purple to lilac to blue to pink to pale purple. I am using a pink and lilac variegated for the letters. Come on. Come on, I'm too close. There we go. And I'm using a solid for the birds. I've got a thing about stripy animals. So that is, I think, 2 months worth. I haven't done the February section. You don't have to follow. They've actually divided into 13 sections, starting in December, finishing in December, but you can go as you like. I can't stop mid. I can't bring myself to stop mid motif. So if I start the motif, I do try and finish it. This is the PR 186. You can see it goes from black to blue to a brighter blue to a dark purple to a pink, back to the black, back to a blue to a purple, pink, and back to the black. And it's lovely, and it's leery. But I thought, I know it's a sampler, but mine's going to be a groovy sampler, and I am enjoying it. And the variegated is just a very pale purple pink. These didn't have colour numbers on it, and then the bright blue, and both of those sort of almost match up with the colours in 186. That's what I was aiming for anyway. Again, it will be finished this year. Let's use that project because it's due to. I'll get it done. I'll keep up to date. So that's before and after. I'd only done that bottom section. I did the triangle. I didn't finish the motif on that. I think I just ran out of time because I knew I had to get to a stitch in time and get some stitches in there. And I've got from top to bottom on the left hand side. Looking forward to doing that really big motif in the middle. And the last bit I have for you is the Raven Sampler. This is by Our Forest Embroidery. I've had fabric from Fancy Fabrics in Tasmania called Nevermore. I didn't actually want to do the Nevermore pattern that a lot of people were doing. And when I found this Raven sampler, I thought that's just perfect. Like I said, this is 40 count Nevermore by Fancy Fabrics. I've started this on the 1st of August 24, and because of various challenges, I'm getting a fair bit done. I think I'm up to 53% done, and it got 3,441 stitches this month. We have before and after. Again, the newer picture with the brilliant light box shows the fabric beautifully. And then where I'm up to against the bottom, against the whole project. So that is all my projects for the month. So a very low prep, only 8 of them, but we got them done. Now I'm going to show you this marvellous, where have I written it down? This marvellous, I'm just going to, hopefully, nope, you won't see this, good. This is a spreadsheet I bought from Rainbow Sheets Studio. The links are below. You can get it for a template for up to 100 projects and a template for up to 400 projects. I only bought 100. If I get more than that, I'm just going to have to shoot myself. This has been so easy for me. It will go into Excel or it will go into Sheets. I am using Google Sheets simply because I can pick up my phone at the end of the night and I can enter it straight away. You enter your projects, you can put the design of the fabric, total stitches, the size of the fabric, when it is in progress or finished, pending, to be started, the start date. You've got to remember to enter that American. That can probably be changed, but I'm used to it now. And a finish date. Don't look at February's. And when you actually load it, it gives you the progress of how many stitches you've actually done and the percentages as you go across. And for your projects as you go in, if you enter how many stitches you're already up to, that's where you do. For those that don't want to put stitches in, that's fine. You don't have to put the stitches in. You can just sort of mark it that you've actually worked on these projects. What's the next screen I've got for you? Then it gives you a summary. There's various summary. This is the month of January. It shows all my projects. It shows the days I work on them. It's color coded based on the number of stitches. It gives you the total of stitches, which for January was 23,000. Come on, what was it? You'd think I'd be able to read it. I've got to get my new glasses. 23,533. That's where I was, sorry. You list up the top where it says 100%. That lists the goals you want to do. So that's where I enter the various challenges I want to do, but I add the other projects I work on for the month up there as well, and that tells you whether you're up to it, and you can have a look and you think, oh, a couple of days to go, whether you need to get your act together and keep going. This is a close-up of that top section. Weekly stitches to the end. Excuse me. As you type these goals in, it tells you how many, and then it works out the percentages. I just roughly put what it is I actually want to get done for the month. I think there's more. You can get the monthly one, so you can actually get the calendar. And again, these are all tabs across the bottom of the page. Very easy to use. Once you buy it, you can set it up for each year as you go along by changing the date, and it will renew it. Then this is your big monthly salary. Now I hope this is big enough, otherwise I might have to see if I can make it look bigger. When I put it in there, it gives you, it's going to have monthly with all the stitches you've done in the month, how many projects you started for the year, how many you finished for the year, the projects you've worked on so far, and the days in the year that you've stitched. Then it will give you your highest stitches day and highest stitches month and the total stitches for the year. So just at the end of the day, just before I go to bed, when I finish the stitching, I just put in the stitching for the day, and it does all this for you. It's absolutely marvellous. I did contact, I believe, Vera, and asked, could I put these up there? She said, of course, because it's just brilliant. And again, stitches, the monthly stitches by project. So you've got all your totals sitting there showing you how much you actually did. You can just, it's cut off on my screen, it may not be yours. It gives you the total for the year. I can see it on the laptop, but not on the big monitor that I keep my eye on. I just really love this, and like I said, the links below, there's 2 links. There's one if you're like me and you have under, and you think you'll always have under 100 projects, or you can get the bigger one that has 400 entries available for your projects. I'm going to say this really quick. Flosstube,